about to record some blunders with Paul.
I normally ignore the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. This year, that's been impossible. Davos is the kind of place where the world's elites gather to validate their own self-importance. We're talking about the kind of event where people fly in their corporate and private jets in order to discuss climate change. The kind of places where the world's elite plutocrats, celebrities, politicians, and fawning billionaires get together to discuss global inequality and poverty over unlimited quantities of the finest French champagne. I was hoping for a while that the severe snowstorms at the beginning of the event would force a media blackout, but sadly not. Instead, the assembled glitterati just brought out their fur outfits. Look at this guy, for example. Trump was meeting with lots of other heads of state and corporate titans. But for some reason or another, he made time in his busy schedule to meet with President Paul Kagame of Rwanda. Hey there, President Kilimanjaro, I've heard great things about your shithole. One of the best shitholes. Awesome, such a clean shithole. Okay, let's give it a go.
Okay. 3, 2.
Shanghai Pudong Development Bank. Apparently it's the 9th largest bank in China, the world's 2nd largest economy. That makes it a big financial institution. Anyway, the Chinese banking regulator this week announced that executives at Shanghai Pudong had extended $12 billion of illegal loans to about 1,500 shell companies at its Chengdu branch. Chengdu, where's that? Well, I had to look it up. It's in central China. It's in the Sichuan province. And the way this particular arrangement worked, if they had a loan extended to an entity that was battling to repay it, they just transferred that loan into a shell company in order to obscure the fact that there were no payments, and then declared a clean bill of health. No bad loans, no bad loans. Sounds like Steinhoff. What's the name of the branch manager in Chengdu? Is his first name Marcus? Any event, Shanghai Pudong executives are now in the Pudong, because I can tell you in China, they don't take this kind of fraud particularly lightly, and the regulatory penalties, you might say, can be severe, even the death sentence.
Woo! Introduce yourself.
Baron the photographer. So I don't have to press anything. It's dark where you are, so it doesn't look
Hello, Joanne. Looking at the markets today, there's nothing interesting. I think the cricket is more interesting than the markets today. The all-share index is flat at 0.13%. The resources 10 index is down about 0.94%. Industrials flat, financials flat. But if you look at the top 40 winners and losers, we have Woolies, which is up 2.4%, Bidvest up 2.4% as well, and Discovery up 1.2%. You can see that SA Inc. Is powering forward. In the losers column, we have Capitec, which is down 2.9%. Kumba Iron Ore down 2.7%, and Woolies down 2% as well. As you can see today, Joanne, there isn't anything happening with regards to company news, nothing exciting there. So we'll cross over right to our fun fact of the day, and we'll try to make that interesting. So our fun fact of the day is, if you start dating at the age 20, and date 2 people a year, your chances of marrying the best possible person at age 30 are 1 in 40. So, you know, what I can say is that life is unfair.
You know, airport baggage handlers are probably mostly good guys, but some of them are downright evil. Consider these fellows from Anchorage, Alaska, who took time off from smashing fragile items to steal a whole bunch of computers.
Yeah.
Federal charges unveiled against the following 3 individuals, led by a guy whose first name is Bread of Life. Bread of Life Faipu. In any event, what these guys did is intercept packages from the US mail that were destined from charities, Apple computers, on their way to rural schools catering specifically for disadvantaged Inuit kids. Stole the computers, sold them for money. Sis.
How could they?
Things work differently in Saudi Arabia. Yep. Right now we have the new crown prince over there, busy locking up and fleecing all the other rich guys. Not a peep in the world's media. It's like, okay, that's how it works. And of course, women in Saudi Arabia can't do all sorts of things because, because they're women. This week we learned that in Saudi Arabia, beauty contestants are not allowed to use Botox.
Ooh.
That gets you thrown out. And be clear, not that kind of beauty contest. We're talking about beauty contests involving camels. Camels. You know? Botox.
Today I'm taking the bus home, so let's do that.